Sangchong ground staff takes measures to protect visitors against the spread of virus. City volunteers reach out to a mother who's raising two physically challenged children. Welcome to the Headlines. I'm Sibir Su. Thank you for joining us. In Taiwan, more than 1,000 people go to Tzu Chi Sangchong grounds every week. Since novel coronavirus is spreading, there's the need to protect the volunteers and visitors against the virus. Therefore, the staff has taken measures to protect visitors.
先生你好，你好。现在是会很流行的关系，请你戴个口罩好吗？
Volunteers encourage visitors to wear masks and monitor people's body temperature with an infrared detector. They're taking preventative measures against the spread of novel coronavirus.
Using the infrared detector, we can avoid body contact. It's better.
As we come in, our body temperature is being monitored. Then we sanitize our hands with alcohol. It is good.
Volunteers at Tzu Chi Sangchong grounds have prepared 3,000 masks and nearly 40 liters of alcohol to sanitize the tables and chairs. They're ensuring the safety of all visitors at the venue.
In a week, about 1,000 to 2,000 people come to the place. We feel that the spread of the epidemic could worsen. Therefore, we have set up the infrared detector to prevent further spread of the virus.
The staff of Sangchong Jingsi Hall is mindfully taking preventative measures against the spread of the virus to protect volunteers and visitors. Sickness in one corner of the world could bring disaster to the world. Damian Master Damian pointed out during the Lunar New Year, disasters arise from human greed. Therefore, Master Damian has been actively promoting animal protection and vegetarianism for many years.
"无所不假，普天之下的生命啊，吃了多少？所以巴肚底那亲像通阿布啊，那一种埋葬了很多的尸体在这个巴肚的内底。你想，咱呼出去的浊气啊，有偌多偌大，人愈多啊，污浊呢是越多。大自然呢的力量，伊不断地咧运作。上重要的呢是人，人呢平常是有自爱无？是毋是有爱护这个大地无？咱好好去甲伊思考，咱爱安怎来尊重生命，才会当相安无事啦。人、禽、兽相处，不管是天飞地走的，或者是庸俗的，拢总是爱表达出咱人的这个善意。戒就是戒善，斋就是持斋素食。咱哪会当人人伫这段这个时间呐，人人都会当安尼做。现在呢，唯有呼吁大家提出虔诚的心，我们要用感恩、尊重生命、爱。我们担心自己的生命，我们要先尊重一切动物命，这才是呢顺的道理。所以，请各位呢，忍一时的口欲，可以保得长期的平安。
There are confirmed cases of the novel coronavirus in Canada now. Therefore, Tzu Chi Academy taught students how to protect themselves and others in classes. They also promote vegetarian diets to save the earth.
The spring couplet conveys the idea of a vegetarian year with blessing. Coquitlam Tzu Chi Academy hosted a celebration event for the Lunar New Year. Teachers and volunteers encouraged children to save the earth by eating a vegetarian diet.
If we don't kill those animals, we don't eat animals, we eat more vegetables, it will help to protect the earth, the Mother Earth, okay?
Everyone prayed together for the great love to pass on and the virus to stop spreading. Here at the Toronto Tzu Chi Academy, volunteers sprayed alcohol on everyone who comes to the school.
Recently, everyone should wear a mask and wash hands wherever you go. Also, try to not shake hands with people. Wearing a mask is to protect yourself and others.
Doctors hope to teach children the correct way to prevent the virus spread. The school also canceled group activities in hopes to keep a healthy and safe learning environment for the children.
City volunteers regard Hualien's Jingsi abode as their spiritual home. Many volunteers returned to the abode during Lunar New Year. This year, many volunteers also took the time to visit a recycling education station that recently opened. Focusing on disassembling these cassette tapes, this husband and wife from Kaohsiung are working diligently at this recycling education station that was just opened near the Jingsi abode. They said that they want to bring these lessons back to Kaohsiung.
Our community is rather small and not as big as it is here. There are more people here and more categories for recycling, and it is done with great detail. Therefore, each item must be clearly classified.
Yang Chen Jinghua is from Yilan and annually returns to Jingsi abode over Lunar New Year, as this time she even brought a helper.
I want to come back over the Lunar New Year to Jingsi abode, which I believe is like my home. I've come home many years. I like to do this, and we're loving the earth and saving it for our children.
Jingsi abode's recycling education system has only been opened for a few months and during Lunar New Year. Aside from the contributions of volunteers from different regions, many are interested in the rainwater recycling system in place.
This water tower holds 5 tons. With 2 of them, we can hold 10 tons. We're just a small system, and Chowtun's recycling station can hold 96 tons.
This rainwater recycling system is originally from Caotun Township, and it was brought over as workers needed 5 days for installation.
Yesterday night it rained, and we are almost full now. At the moment, it's full, and the overflow will go through this pipe to an underground reserve cellar. If we have a total water level of 16 tons, it can be used for a long time.
After filtering the rainwater, it can be used for cleaning the recycling station with used water going to a sedimentation tank, can also be used for watering the vegetable garden. The small rainwater recovery system can save energy and resources and carbon, giving people a chance to save the earth as every resource can be used to its full potential. In Malaysia, a solid waste processing organization has invited city volunteers to participate in a Value Food Say No to Waste campaign. More than 15 city volunteers advocated eating until we're 80% full and leaving the rest to help other people. They hope citizens will cherish food and cut down on kitchen waste.
首先呢，我们先欢迎所有的贵宾以及呢现场所有的朋友呢来参与我们今天呢在阿洛街进行的珍惜食物、拒绝浪费的推荐活动。
This famous gourmet street in Kuala Lumpur is celebrating the Lunar New Year. The local waste management organization has invited Tzu Chi to participate in the Value Food Say No to Waste campaign.
我们慈济一路来都在宣导说
At Tzu Chi, we have been promoting the idea of eating till we're 80% full and leaving the rest to help other people. As related to this topic, we explained to the public that when we order food, order just enough, do not leave leftovers.
马来西亚的厨余占了我们全区的这个所有的垃圾的将近一半。
In Malaysia, kitchen waste takes up 45% of the total amount of garbage. Therefore, volunteers are asking the public to cut down on food waste.
Kenapa? Supaya kita mengelakkan sisa-sisa makanan ni dihantar ke tapak pelepasan.
We advocate the public to reduce the amount of kitchen waste because when delivered to the landfill, kitchen waste pollutes the environment, emanating carbon dioxide. So we have a responsibility to cut down on kitchen waste and protect the environment. I hope people will cherish food and finish their food instead of discarding it. Plan the amount of food you want to buy.
Besides asking people to cherish food, environmental personnel also hope stall owners can sort recyclables.
We started advocating this since last year. We work with the government to give out garbage bins of different colors. The green one is for liquid waste and the orange one is for food waste.
We should build up good eating habits and avoid food waste, which is a way to show our love for the environment. Today, we take you to learn more about Mrs. Huang, a care recipient whose husband died and left her to take care of 2 children with physical and mental disabilities. She relies upon Tzu Chi subsidies and government funds. Recently, Tzu Chi volunteers have taught her to make a cleaning enzyme from fruit peels to generate more income.
好，吃饭哦，安静，嘴巴安静。洗字。好，先你是楼上。先楼下。好，先你是楼下。洗字。先是楼下好不好？洗字。先是妈妈做清洁剂。清洁剂。哎，从中散步。不可以摇手，不可以摇手。不可以摇手，先吃饭，吃饭。
He's 31 years old, but his ability is less than that of a 3-year-old child. He must do this job every day. He insists on doing it. It is because autism is similar to obsessive compulsory disorder. He has a fixed behavior and a fixed schedule. He's quite persistent. He insists on doing some simple housework. I can't sweep or he will scream because it is his job. At home, there are some small things for him to do. This is like his spiritual sustenance. He may be slower and hasn't made that much progress, but at least he has maintained. When he's good, he's like an angel, but when he's bad, he's like the devil.
再一次。
He doesn't like strangers. He starts to freak out when he sees them.
陈忠。我觉得他很单纯啊。
He's rather simple and doesn't dislike his mother. I feel that I'm fortunate to have a partner.
他更进步一点，进步到机构可以接受。
He has made some progress so an institution could accept him. However, if he's too far from their expectations, they'll send him away.
Before, her son needed dentures, which cost about $1,000. We did this not just for her son, but we thought that her income was unstable. So we hoped that she could be more independent. We thought that selling this environmentally friendly detergent can give her a more stable income. We have accompanied her for about 10 years. Tzu Chi has helped her, and she also receives government subsidies. But we think that giving her this type of skill to have more of a sense of security and a different revenue stream, I think that if we just help her a little bit, then she will be able to find her own way to depend upon herself. This citrus oil can be used for cleaning, and it has a nice scent that is very fragrant and natural. So it has a dual effect as a natural fragrance. But if you want to your own brand, you have to come up with a name. What name do you want?
秀满，双祖先好了。
My name is Shouman, so maybe Gemini because I have 2 children. Both of them seem like stars in the heaven very far away from me, but I'm always a Gemini mother.
我可能会存一些备用金给2个孩子未来使用。
I want to save some money for these 2 children to use in the future. I hope that these 2 don't have to depend upon others or become their burden in the future. Cambodia Tzatzi volunteers continue to distribute rice to families in need in Phnom Penh. Some families also receive solar panels so they can decrease the risk of burning down their houses by using candles and lamps.
There are utility poles on the way, but not every household has electricity.
I don't have light in my house.
Even if they got a light, it's all relying on a rechargeable battery.
I'm very grateful to Tzu Chi because it requires $1/4 US to charge the battery. I don't have money to connect an electricity line. I don't know what to hope for because I'm old now.
They're grateful because Cambodia Tzu Chi volunteers prepare solar panels for everyone.
I'm very happy to receive these because now my house has light. I usually just use candle and lamp. I'm very thankful.
Tzu Chi volunteers also promote the idea to recycle PET bottles and save up the money to do good deeds so they can give back while enjoying the natural resources.
Traditional sticky rice cakes are tasty, but the manufacturing process takes a lot of effort. In Malaysia, there's a family who has been making sticky rice cakes for 48 years. Despite the hard work, the family insists on passing on the tradition. Every year around Lunar New Year, the whole family works together to make tasty and healthy sticky rice cakes. Before Lunar New Year, Chang Kuan-yen and his family were busy making sticky rice cakes. Despite being busy, the family is leading a fulfilling life working together. This tradition has continued for nearly half a century.
I've been doing it with my mother for 48 years. Every year, my family happily makes the sticky rice cakes. It is very good that we can work together.
While the process looks simple, one needs to put a lot of thought into making it. How do we ensure the banana leaves are not broken? You cannot do this well in one day. You need to be patient.
It is a skill that was passed on from my mother. We are happily doing this every year. I will continue to do this until I'm unable to do so.
The process of making sticky rice cake is very detailed, and controlling the fire ingredients is the key.
It takes 24 hours. We can make 1 pot in a day. We steam every pot for 16 hours. It's just 2 ingredients, as we did not add any additives.
Chang Kuan-yen has learned the cake-making skills from his mother. Although the cake-making process is complicated, his family upholds their initial attitude in making the sticky rice cakes.
Many people buy the sticky rice cakes as offerings to the deities, while others eat them. Our attitude in making the cakes is very important. We need to harbor kind thoughts.
Sangchong kid, who grew up watching his parents making sticky rice cakes, has learned the skills. He was shoulder the responsibilities to pass on this family tradition.
No matter how you make changes, you cannot change the basic principle. We can change the appearance, but not inside. Its root has to stay the same.
Chang Kuan-yen's family sticks to tradition to make sticky rice cakes. We need the praise of the people around them. Chinese people eat sticky rice cakes as they celebrate the Lunar New Year. However, there are different sayings and taboos related to its making. Let's learn about this in our next report. Chinese people eat sticky rice cakes to celebrate the Lunar New Year. However, do people know about the origin and meaning of sticky rice cakes?
The legends say in the past, there is a beast named Mian who contacts and eats children. The adults had to come up with a solution to prevent the beast from eating their children. Therefore, they make sticky rice cakes, which can seal the beast's mouth.
It is best to offer the cakes to the kitchen god, so that he will say good things about the family.
There are different legends regarding the origin of sticky rice cakes. There's a saying that it is a product of the ancestors' wisdom.
Our Chinese ancestors are very wise. The time we serve certain food is in accordance to the season. The Lunar New Year is at the time of spring. It means that it is about springtime, but there will be a lot of rain.
As winter has just passed in the cold weather, one has to consume foods that protect the stomach. That is how sticky rice cakes came about.
Sticky rice cakes are made with sticky rice and sugar. Sticky rice is a kind of food that can protect the stomach and get rid of the coldness.
During the manufacturing process of sticky rice cakes, there are some taboos.
Pregnant women cannot take part in making sticky rice cakes. In ancient times, people used firewood to steam the sticky rice cakes. They had to move about and squat down. The weather was very good outside, but inside the kitchen it was very hot and dry. For a pregnant woman to experience the coldness and heat, it was impossible to ensure her safety and that of her baby. Many taboos in Chinese culture were developed to take care of humanity. These are principles to care for humanity.
Chinese people also use sticky rice cakes' phonetic sound to pray for auspiciousness.
The sound of a sticky rice cake means high. We want more money, tall people, and high IQ.
While making traditional sticky rice cakes takes much time and effort, the tradition continues and has been passed on. Everyone has heard of a ketogenic diet, which can help people lose weight. There were rumors on the internet that a ketogenic diet can kill cancer cells. Is it true? Let's hear what the experts say about this.
A ketogenic diet is a common way to lose weight. However, there are rumors on the internet that the diet can kill cancer cells. What do people think of this?
I feel more energetic when my body is in the ketogenic condition. However, the saying that it can kill cancer cells was not from a professional medical person, so I don't think that it's reliable.
The concept of ketogenic diet is to decrease carbohydrate intake from half of total calories to only 10% a meal. There's a saying that cancer cells mainly come from carbohydrates, therefore adapting the ketogenic diet can kill cancer cells.
Cancer cells are like normal cells. It does not just use dextrose, but also lactic acid and fatty acid, or even ketone bodies after the metabolism of fat. It's actually very difficult to kill cancer cells by a ketogenic diet.
The dietitians say that one needs abundant calories and proteins to fight cancer. Hence, a balanced diet is the best way to keep a healthy body.
In fact, instead of worrying about excessive carbohydrate intake, we should suggest cancer patients eat more natural food and avoid over-processed food.
Whether you want to fight cancer or lose weight via a ketogenic diet, remember that everyone has different body conditions and one should consult with doctors and dietitians first so you can adapt the correct diet.
Volunteers from Tzu Chi U.S. headquarters and Tzu Chi Academy wish Dhamma Master Zheng Ying and Tzu Chi volunteers a Happy New Year through video conferencing. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.